I think the thing that we realized today, not Cool Boy Steph, but Inoue's power carried to the super bantamweight. No, that's not super bantamweight division, right?
Time for our tale.
That's super bantamweight. Yeah, super bantamweight division. I think they fought that super bantamweight. Cool Boy's power. I'm not Cool Boy, but Inoue's power carried over. I was kind of like, man, that was one of the things I wanted to see. I saw early on the first half of the first round, these guys were kind of like feeling each other out, feigning, stuff like that. But I think once Inoue got his rhythm, started timing, getting his timing on point, when he started landing those shots on Fulton, I saw a different look in his face, a different look in his eyes. It was like once he felt his power, whatever game plan he had, he had to go to something else. Did you see that?
Yeah, the power carries up from weight to weight if a guy has a big lower body and very fast hands. And he's got very fast hands, and he's got a huge lower body. The power has a better chance of moving up. If you've got slower hands, not slow, but slower hands, and a bigger upper body and skinny legs, the power normally does not transcend upwards as you go through weight classes.
These are some of the things I noticed. Just listen to me right quick. Inoue the Monster, he was able to close the distance very well. He has the ability to take away Steph's jab. He did it very easily. As a matter of fact, he systematically broke down the bigger, stronger fighter. His power, as we know, we just discussed, it did carry over to the super bantamweight division. He beat a slick black fighter who has excellent footwork. His punch placement. I think that Inoue had very, very excellent proper punch placement as well. He doesn't waste shots. When he throws, a lot of times he's going to land. From what I saw, my notes that I took, my personal observation, Inoue had too much speed for Steph. He had his feet was too quick for Steph, and he had cat-like reflexes. He was able to out-jab a guy who had a 3-inch arm reach over him. He made it look easy.
Right.
He wrapped his hands exactly the way Steph Trainer wanted him to. They saw when Steph Trainer, when Inoue Fulton was getting his hands, when Inoue the Monster was getting his hands wrapped, Cool Boy Steph Trainer was right there. He had it on. He had his phone up and he was videoing Inoue getting his hand wrapped. So he videoed it, he watched it, and it still didn't matter, right? We also saw that Inoue left no room for excuses, even though we do hear that the Alphabet Boys and their affiliates are making excuses. In my opinion, just based on this fight, the way he jumped up to this weight division, and he didn't get a tune-up fight. He fought the top guy in the super bantamweight division. In my opinion, as of right now, Inoue the Monster is pound for pound the #1 best fighter in the world, in my opinion. Now, of course, I want to see what happens Saturday with Crawford and Spence, but as of right now, based on this performance, he's the #1 guy in my opinion. There's not even a question about it. And also, the smaller, quicker, more athletic guy KO the bigger athletic guy. Do you think I made some good notes, or what say you?
Yeah, 100%. I couldn't have said it better myself, even if I would have tried harder. You did a hell of a job there. You have a great mind, and I think you're underrated. I think you're underestimated, underrated, and I think you need to use your skills even more, because I think that you're a very sharp guy. That's one of the reasons why when I first heard you, I said, man, this guy's a lot smarter than he looks and seems. And no, I meant because the first time I saw you, that's what I meant. But you're very smart. You're very boxing smart. I'm impressed. Count me as a fan.
All right, yes, sir. Rick, I'm going to open up the phone lines just in case anybody want to call into the show and ask any questions. The phone lines are open, guys. 530-494-9636. We got Rick Glazer for about an hour, guys. His time is very precious, so we're going to make it count. 530-494-9636. What's next for Fulton? In your opinion, what you think is next for him after this destruction today?
Well, if he would have won, he would have said he was going to Disney. I don't know where you go, but back to West Philadelphia from here with his check. He got a big check. What can I tell you?
You can tell he's strong.
What did he? I mean, not that I'm pocket watching, but I heard he got like $3 million or something.
3.1 million. Yep.
Okay, so that's a lot.
I heard Inoue was guaranteed $10 million.
I knew he was guaranteed $10 million.
Yeah.
Why was Inoue guaranteed $10 million, but Steph only guaranteed $3.1 million?
Because he was the attraction. That's where all the TV came from. If it was just Fulton, he would have been on show. If Fulton without Inoue, he'd be fighting a hobo in the United States for $300,000, $250 maybe, and he'd be on Showtime, and no big deal. Now this thing was on in the United States. This thing was on in the UK. This thing was everywhere. This thing was Prime was on Amazon Prime Video and all the Asian country. It was big. It was huge. 15,000 people, all those sponsors that they listed. Oh my God.
Rick, I asked that question. I already knew the answer to it. I was kind of like being sarcastic. I knew why that Inoue was getting paid way more money than Steph, because Inoue is the draw. I knew this. Listening to some of these guys online, you would think that, hey man, Steph is this, Steph is that. These guys don't even support this guy over here in his own country outside of Philadelphia. This is just added to the situation.
Listen, no disrespect to Steph. He couldn't sell out a 2,500 seat ballroom in Atlantic City. Come on, seriously, which is 60 miles from Philly. Come on.
Is it because of the smaller weight sizes? Because I hear a lot of guys say they don't watch the smaller weight division.
Well, I mean, Inoue's small, and look how many people he drew.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know how it is over here, man. Phone lines open. Hold on, phone lines open. Let's see what we got. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's good, Coach?
Fast and beat more. Talk to me.
Not much, chilling, man. Hey, man, I agree with you on not the placing on a pound for pound, but I agree, man. That win, the way he did that, definitely moved up. I had him fifth on my list, and that was without me even really watching him fight, but just seeing his accolades that he was undisputed and shit. I was like, oh, I ain't never really hear this dude or see this dude fight, but I keep seeing ESPN putting him up there behind my boy Crawford and shit. I'm like, all right, then Fulton, I'm going with Fulton and just off the strength and shit, and he get knocked out like this. I'm like, damn, like, you gotta give him his respect, man. I saw one of the YouTube channels too. They talking about, oh, he gotta fight Tank. I ain't impressed. What you mean, man? Like, what the fuck? First off, we don't even want to see that. And then second of all, like, you doing something when they start saying that. They want you to fight this guy that's 2 divisions up, and they want you to fight this guy. So he definitely doing his thing, man. People, they gotta respect that. But Rick, what you ready to say, Coach?
No, I was gonna say Tank is like what? Tank 135. This guy just moved to 122. People want to see him fight Tank. What weight division were they fighting?
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, we don't want to see that shit, man, for real, man. Give dude his props, man. He went in there and most people wasn't expecting it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I agree with Rick. Rick wasn't too far. That same combination was the same combination Pacquiao dropped Thurman with. When he hit him to the body like that and came over the top with the right, that was the same shit that dropped Keith Thurman. I do see things of some Pacquiao parts, the way he throw his punches. But Rick, you there?
I'm here. Where am I supposed to be going? You're talking. Why would I leave?
Rick, I know if you was there. I ain't on YouTube. I was just calling in, but no, I asked you there. What you think? Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia going to resolve their issues? Because I saw you made an excuse for De La Hoya. You say he had a dinner and all that. Nah, that was just a bad look for him. But what you think? You think they're going to be able to resolve their partnership? Or, you know what I mean? What you think about that?
Yeah. They will, because Oscar's got a valid contract. That's all there is to it. Simple. And his advisor, lawyer, violated that agreement, and they're going to hold Ryan and him accountable for that in court of law. Don't forget something's very unusual here. Oscar sued him. and Oscar sued the lawyer. They didn't sue Oscar.
Right.
Remember that. That's very important to know.
What can they do to turn this around?
All right, we got other calls calling in, Fats. Thank you for calling.
Appreciate it.
Salute, shout out to Mark.
This is what you need to do, Coach. You need to get a Inoue hats made up and put the word Japan under there, word Japan, and put them on your show and put them up for sale for $25. And I think they'll sell.
All right. You know, we'll talk about it. Shout out to Fats from calling from B-More. Salute. I'm not gonna lie to you, Rick.
Unknown caller.
Rick, I was very surprised at how easy Inoue beat Cool Boy. You know, it's not the fact that he beat him when he knocked him out, but it was the fact that he did it effortlessly. The guy literally did not have a scratch on his face when the fight was over with. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, Coach? It's your man, T Skills, Jersey.
T Skills, Jersey, talk to me.
What's going on? Hey, man, you gotta tip your hat. You gotta give it to Inoue, man. The guy, he's the good. He proved he was the good. He destroyed Fulton. I was never really a big Fulton fan because I didn't think Fulton was durable. But I'm not gonna come on here and trash the man after he lost. I did think that he could beat Inoue because I didn't know too much about Inoue either. But now I do, and you gotta tip your hat to Inoue. He's the goods. He deserves all the hype. He deserves the praise because, like you said, he did it effortlessly. He just went right out there and just beat dude up and knocked him out like it wasn't nothing. And everybody was real high on Fulton. So, and just to say to you, where do Fulton go from here? Honestly, I feel sorry for fighters like Fulton that just don't got the power to go to the next level. You know, I mean, I could say he can go up to 130, but, you know, he just doesn't have the power to beat any of the top guys at 130. So I don't really know where he goes, but
well, don't forget, he can go
I know that nobody is going to beat him.
He's only 22 now. He can go to 26, so it's not. He doesn't have to jump all the way to 30. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, 26. Excuse me. But I just want to say this also. I don't see nobody beating Inoue in a smaller weight class. Honestly, I don't see nobody beating him unless he could step all the way up to the bigger. Right now, nobody beats him. That's my feel. Thank you.
All right, shout out to T Skills, man, from Jersey.
Thank
Brick
you.
City, stand up. Brick City, stand up. I think, you know, that was the thing that shocked me. I'm like, dude, like, after like the 6th round, I'm like, he's pitching a shutout. I think I might have given Cool Boy the 6th. I gave him the 6th round because he landed 13 punches, and I think Inoue landed like 7 or 8 punches. That was his best round. But no, it was the 7th round. My bad, it was the 7th round. But the 7th round was his best round. But then the next round, he got knocked out. He got hit with a hard jab to the body, which set everything up. He jabbed him to the solar plex, which made Cool Boy drop his arms. And when he dropped his arms, he came over like with cat-like reflexes with that right cross over the top. And by the time Cool Boy saw the punch coming, it was too late, Rick. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie, New York.
So
Jamie
it's
from New York.
onward and upward after another knockout
Hey,
win
Coach.
here.
Hi, Rick.
How you doing?
Coach, very early in the fight. I'm fine, Rick. Very early in the fight. Coach, to be honest with you, this was not a 50-50 fight like I thought it was going to be, to be honest with you. And most of us in the chat felt that way. You know what I mean? Inoue made it too easy. He made it look too easy, man. Easy work.